Vivek destroyed Chris Comeau on his own show. Chris tried to support Nikki Haley. Let's take a look at how it went down.
Ramaswamy, why do you keep going at Nikki Haley? Why do you think this is going to bear fruit?
Chris, I don't know what you've been smoking, man. You and the rest of the mainstream media. It's laughable.
Nikki Haley keeps kicking your ass in these debates. Why
According
go
to
at
the
her?
left-wing media,
Pick someone else.
Chris, give me a freaking break. You turn on social media, you understand. People should watch that debate. I went to New Hampshire. People were laughing at the idea of the mainstream media's coverage of the New York Times columnists and people like you. The main obstacle to uniting this country is you all in the establishment media that has been feeding lies after lies.
Why did he think Ramaswamy was losing to Nikki? Vivek Ramaswamy has criticized U.S. Republican presidential candidate Nikki Haley, making the claim that her campaign is aimed at derailing Donald Trump's nomination. She doesn't have a big idea behind her, in my opinion, and her whole campaign is aimed at humiliating Trump.
I'm smiling through a lot of it. Why? Because to me, the antics are very obvious. But what was the point of that? Was I helping you? Was I feeding your ability to be a critical thinker? Was I testing him in any real way, or other than just showing he can not keep his cool when baited? And I did bait him. I'm not here for theater. I spoke to Ramaswamy today. I don't have anything to apologize for, but that's not how I should be doing the job. I should be doing better with him and for you. Why? Because I don't want to be part of the game. And that's the game. That went viral. It was the least helpful discussion on the show last night, but it went viral. Why? Because that's what feeds the game. That's what the media loves.
For you, it might be some interesting game or a race for glory, but for others, it's a whole life. How can you be so negligent about your future? I don't think so. We've all had enough of the current president who just can't do anything. He can't talk or see the people around him. Is such a man capable of making our country great?
And I want him back on to talk about what matters to you, as long as he's relevant in this campaign. Oh, but he insulted you. He accused you of things. Yeah, and he was wrong. But he wasn't wrong about everything. And this isn't about me and my feelings. Ramaswamy is smart to be an agent of people's anger. That's what he's playing to, your outrage. There are a lot of angry people who want change, and they crave someone from outside, desperately so, to change the game, to change the effect of it. Now, I don't believe that that is most of the country, by the way. I don't believe America's an angry place, but we can be. And there are enough people who are playing to that instinct to make a difference, certainly in Ramaswamy's party, certainly in a primary in that party. And Ramaswamy picking on the media as a bad guy, that's not dumb.
I don't know if this guy was familiar with what Ramaswamy wanted to do. Apparently not. Ramaswamy wants to close the borders and solve our country's illegal immigrant problem. He wants to mend relations with other countries that have been hostile to us for years. He wants to stop the conflicts that are going on now and just make our country free and great. You're talking about some games and nonsense, mate.
That's worked as a ploy since this country's founding, okay? You Google any great leader and their relationship with the media, it ain't gonna be good. And sometimes the media gives people reason to think less of us. Look at the headlines, even surrounding the Ramaswamy chat, okay? I could think of a million reasons to criticize, but this ain't one of them. I admitted covering for my brother. They know they're twisting. Why? Because they uncovered a truth? No, they didn't. They're just saying something that they can get out of context to be negative. And negativity is a proxy for insight these days, too often in the media. Why? Be honest, it works. Aren't you more likely to care about something, watch or read something, even believe something that is negative versus something positive? Think about it. It's all you're being fed. It would be reasonable for you to be susceptible to that appetite.
It's fun to listen to what this guy is talking about. He just trashed himself. Our media has a pretty negative effect on our country, taking bits and pieces out of context and making a show out of it. Isn't that right? Don't you do that? Isn't your show built on taking bits and pieces from different resources and making a show out of it? That's your whole point. Do you agree with me? Write your opinion in the comments and don't forget to watch other shocking news on the channel.